That's just if you ask the average person who they are, they'll give you their name. They'll say I'm Bob Proctor, but I'm not. I'm Bob and Proctor are two words. My parents are called names, but it's not me. It's my name. And some people say, well, this is me, but this isn't me either. It's my body, my body, my body, my body. And some people say, well, this is me, but this isn't me either. It's my body, my body, my body, my body. But we never phone down to the studio and say body at the end of the set. Okay. No, we don't say am hand or am leg. It's my hand, my leg, my body, my name. Who am I? Well, that's an interesting question. And I believe that the person will straight to study that and look for the answer, they'll find it. So they'll find it. So they'll find it. See, I think we live simultaneously on three planes of understanding. We're spiritual creatures. We have an intellect, and we live in physical bodies. Okay. But because we lack awareness or understanding of who we are, we're totally locked into a physical world, and we let things outside of us control us. 95% of the population are reacting to life. They're not really living at all. Somebody will say, well, this is me, but this isn't me either. It's my body, my body, my body, my body. Then somebody will say, well, this is me, but this isn't me either. It's my body, my body, my body, my body. See, I think we live simultaneously on three planes of understanding. We're spiritual creatures. We have an intellect, and we live in physical bodies. Okay. But because we lack awareness or understanding of who we are, we're totally locked into a physical world, and we let things outside of us control us. 95% of the population are reacting to life. They're not really living at all.
Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to another Wake and Bake. I'm not Mike Canacast. I'm Canna Dave.
No, I'm groovy. Killing it.
Oh, God.
Day's on point so far. Killing it.
Happy Veterans Day. I'll tell the vets out there, if you're listening or if you listen to us, Happy Veterans Day. Appreciate everything that you've done for us. It's a bummer that you can't use cannabis. A lot of vets can't use cannabis. So we're gonna be talking about that. Yeah, technically, correct. But before we jump into all of that, let us know what you're smoking on, what you're dabbing on, any new strains that you've tried out.
And just so you know, we're not saying like vets can't smoke weed. We're talking about some of the legalities behind VAs and just some of the stuff that we've talked about previously on episodes. But we really just want to say, thank you for all the things the vets have done. I've had family serve in militaries. Grateful, and something that I don't understand because I didn't serve. So I'm just grateful to people that have done it,
Absolutely, man.
Yeah. Do you have any family members in the military or that were in the military? You know what I mean? Something like that.
Yeah, I had some uncles that were in the military.
Okay. Right on. Yeah, if you had any family members in the military, go ahead and drop their name in the comments. We'll give them a shout out. It's their day. So guess I should shout out my mother and my dad, I guess. I guess my dad technically. So my dad was in the reserves. So I guess it was technically in the Army. He was in the reserves. He was never actually, like, my mom was active duty Air Force. So until my grandma got cancer, and then she had honorably discharged, not dishonorably, big difference. And she only had to leave a few months early because to take care of her dying mother. There's a big difference. It's a big difference to my mother. My mom took that stuff seriously. Like I said, my mom was very, very strong in the Air Force. We used to work on planes. My mom ain't afraid of hard work. So, like, that's the thing. Like, I just have a lot of respect for it. And I almost did it, but my parents didn't want me to. I was a little rebellious at that age. So, I don't know. It's all good.
Hey, no, shout out to your parents, man. And shout out to anyone else listening. My uncles that were in the war or in the Army. And then also, I don't have anyone serving actively currently in my family.
Yeah, same. Oh, actually, that's a lie. My cousin, I won't say his name. My cousin, I won't say his name. My cousin is in his second term serving in the Air Force, doing something. But I think he's going to be a lifer. I don't think he's going to ever quit. I think that's his life. I mean, he seems to love it. So, and they can give you a good career if you're into that, But again, like, not being able to smoke weed, that's a big issue to me. Like, because you should be able to have your choice, especially when you serve this country. Then you're gonna come back and they're like, oh, okay, yeah, no, you can't do that. Sorry. Like, I don't know. And like, I get that. I get that it's Schedule 1. I get that's why everyone's all iffy. But it just still doesn't make it okay, No,
I mean, especially vets. I mean, they probably suffer from PTSD,
right.
Injuries from the war. Or being active. Like, there's a lot of things that can benefit them for using cannabis or cannabis oil or some edibles, and they should just be able to have the access to it. I mean, they're risking their lives for our freedom pretty much, right? Like, I don't see what's wrong with trying to plant over a bunch of pharmaceuticals, because they probably have a bunch that they're using to cope with what they have, right? Which is unfortunate. I mean, I've seen some documentaries where the pharmaceuticals they've had compared to a plant that could do all the benefits for them, but they can't use it because they won't get, insurance or something, I think, as well, if they use cannabis.
So, like,
or something.
so I mean, I can read this. Hold on, actually, I'm just realizing I set up the wrong input. So everyone on IG, you're not seeing us, I don't think. So hold on a second. Okay, now you should be seeing us. What's up, IG? There's just specific things that work. I mean, obviously there's insurance, but a lot of it comes down to the VA. So, the VA, the VA's that went onto the website of U.S. Department of Veteran Affairs. If you don't know what VA stands for, it's kind of like you said, helps them with insurance, helps jobs, helps a lot of things in the background. They do a lot of things that I don't totally know, right? But see, here's the one thing that I did think was interesting: is the Department of U.S. Veterans Affairs required to follow federal laws, including those regarding marijuana. As long as the FDA classifies marijuana as a Schedule 1, VA healthcare providers may not recommend it or assist veterans to obtain it. So it's not like they can't get it. It's just that the VA can't be like, hey, this is your treatable diagnosis. They're still going to give them pills. They're still going to give them whatever they need to heal that ailment, when it could just be cannabis, right? It could just be something simpler, holistic, and natural if it's their choice. Now, this is something that I think is interesting. Some things veterans need to know about marijuana in the VA. Again, this is all off publichealth.va.gov. I am not making any of this up. Veterans will not be denied VA benefits because of cannabis use, marijuana use. Veterans are encouraged to discuss marijuana use with VA providers. VA providers, health providers record marijuana use in veterans' medical record. VA clinicians may not recommend marijuana. VA clinicians may only prescribe medications that have been approved by the FDA. Like, you're seeing you're seeing the pattern here, right? They're forced to follow the same things as the hospitals, right? VA clinicians may not complete paperwork required to help veterans in state programs. They basically, if cannabis is brought up, they can't hear about it. But they can, just like any doctor, hear about it in a medical way. They want you to discuss it in your health, but they can't help you. And to me, that's the issue. The Veterans Affair is supposed to help veterans transition back, help them with things, help them with benefits, help them get, some money, get back on their feet. And it's like, how is that? It's like, this is what I never understood. It's about the whole it's medical, but we can't treat it like it's medical, because it's federally Schedule 1, which says doesn't have medical use, but then there's 33 states that say it has medical use. And we just hit the 24th legal state. So we're almost halfway to being completely legal.
Yeah, shout out to Ohio.
Yeah, so it doesn't, it does not compute here. I mean, put your thoughts in the comments. I just, I can drop this, in the comments too. But it's just fascinating to me how it's still looked
you got
at as,
got a valid point there, man. So let me ask you this then: if cannabis got rescheduled to Schedule 3, then would they be able to?
More on Dave Cobb.
They'd be able to talk about it, or the VA would be able to give it then if it was Schedule 3? Because remember, they're talking about potentially descheduling cannabis. So I wonder if that might be a benefit for VA, but also they need to decriminalize cannabis in general. We need to get it off Schedule 1.
Dave Cobb said it best, man. He said VA's like you can't smoke cannabis. Here's a big bag of pills. And then Dave talks about over the years he's helped 6 or 8 vets get over fucking pills, and that's my whole as an ex-pill addict, like that shit bugs me. You know what I mean? Like it is so easy and so addicting to get used to that. I can take my pain away with this. I can take my anxiety away with this. I can stop being stressed with this. I can wake up with this. By the end of it, I had a fucking bag full of pills, man. Like, I'm not joking. You know me. Like, I don't give a fuck. I'll admit it. I did all the pills. I mixed all the pills. I was doing Seroquel. I mixed Xanax. I'd break them down and snort them all at once. I didn't give a shit. The thing is, it's so addicting because the pills think that you can control how you feel. And, like, that is, to me, that's the most dangerous thing about pills. Not necessarily the addiction part. That's bad, too. But there's this mental place that you get that it's like, oh, these pills are helping me. And that's what this VA is doing. They're putting these pills in some people's hands that don't need them. And that's the problem. I'm sure there's people who need them. I'm sure there's vets out there with extreme pain who do need these things. I'm not saying they don't exist for a reason. I'm saying there's I don't know if it's not over-regulation. It's the exact opposite. There's an over-push, for
pharmaceuticals, yeah. Well, that's all they can offer, though. They're not going to offer a holistic approach. They're not going to offer cannabis. They can't offer it. So all they can do is offer pharmaceuticals. And if you said it right, if you have back pain, they're going to give you something. If you have headaches, if you're in depression, they're going to give you something. All these pills will help treat that. But eventually, when you're on 8 different pills, that's just not good for your liver or kidneys, right? In general.
Mm-hmm. And I'm going to drop this VA and cannabis article just because, like, if you are a veteran, I didn't read everything. There's a couple different things that they talk about. Veterans who are VA employees are subject to drug testing, and there's all sorts of things that that are just on here that are kind of, fascinating.
What up, M.I. Loudflower? Native Cultivations, what's going on?
What's going on, fam? Yeah, on IG. What's up, M.I. Loudflower? Shout out always, M.I. Loudflower, our fam, with the best packaging on the game.
That's right.
Old School Organics with the fire new packaging, which we haven't even shown yet, but we will right here, right now.
Oh, yeah.
And then
the 90s All-Stars.
Emerald Fire. Shout out Emerald Fire.
Let's go.
That's our fam.
Let's go.
But yeah, it's just that here, I'm going to drop this stuff in the chat so you all can see this because, again, like it's... And Dave, you bring up a good point with that Schedule 3 thing. Like maybe this is something where that Schedule 3 thing could be a positive. I'm still weary on a lot of things.
Yeah, I'm not like I want it. Of course not. I want decriminalization. I don't want it to be a scheduled narcotic. Scheduled drug, right?
It shouldn't scheduling. It shouldn't be rescheduled. It should be descheduled.
Correct. Descheduled. Absolutely.
Yeah, if you could share, comment, like, let us know your thoughts, dabbing, smoking on, anything new you've tried, anything you really want to talk about today. We're just leading this talk with discussing veterans because it should be.
Yeah, today's Veterans Day. I do want to give a quick shout out to Old School Organics and show their packaging that they're releasing. So they're coming out with the 90s All-Star for their strains, which is pretty sweet.
I love
this right here is the San Fernando Valley Kush. It says 90s All-Star in it, but it's like MTV. Sweet, right.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pull it up on the Can too. So
okay, that'd be sweet.
Let us know what you're smoking on, dabbing on. I'm about to actually rip a dab of some Divine Mints. It was all right, pretty dry.
And then here's Bubba Kush.
Oh, that's what we both have the same thing on screen. You don't have to use your camera, bro. I got the Can up.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. No, good. And they got the AJ Sour Diesel in as well too, part of the 90s All-Star line that they got.
I can pull this up for what's it called too. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna pull it up for IG too, so they can see what's going on in his house.
Native Cultivation says, so any schedule at all is not a win. Think of the fact that it was added under pretense of danger. Yep.
Well, that's my whole point, is that the rescheduling might help something like this in like one specific case, or it might help the banking and helps all these people make more fucking money, but it doesn't actually help the point, the thing that's wrong, right? Oh yeah, I pull up the AJ Sour Diesel kit bag too. Sorry. You kind of.
And then Mr. Big Cloud on IG said, huge shout out to all my brothers and sisters and veterans of the armed forces here in the United States and across the water. Absolutely.
AJ Sour Diesel. This is a throwback. Like I said, these are called the 90s All-Stars packs. They're all 90s thing. And then you got the AJ Sour Diesel, which is, I think, the East Coast. Like Dave said, San Fernando Valley, which is like an MTV play. And I'm a 90s baby,
these are all
this shit I like, Bubba Kush. Bang.
These are all old school genetics. They're not new age. So these are taking you back in time if you're a little bit older when you're consuming, a little bit older like us. These are some of the stuff that we enjoyed smoking on. Mr. Big Cloud smoking on Bruce Banner.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
If you are throwback, hell yeah.
That is a throwback right there.
Cheers, everybody.
What's up, Lizzie?
Divine Mints.
Oh, I'll take a dab with you.
All right, hell yeah. That's what I like to hear. Yeah, man. And it's just to me, like, it's just wrong. Like, it just doesn't make sense, man. People, if you want to smoke weed, you should be able to smoke weed. Like, and I'm just at least glad that they don't deny their benefits. I was worried that they denied their benefits, and that's why I literally pulled up the website this morning to read it. Because I'm like, please don't tell me that if they use weed that you just don't get your benefits for being in the Army. It's like, you served. You don't get to just lose those benefits.
Oh, that would be horrible, dude. That would be horrible. I do want to say, we talked about it in our episode on Wednesday. We had 4 cities. We posted it on IG. 4 cities in Michigan voted on to have cannabis shops, and all of them failed, unfortunately. Rochester, Birmingham, Kego Harbor.
It was loud. Sorry. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, but 3 of them were in Oakland County: Kego Harbor, Birmingham,
Rochester,
and then 1 was in Macomb, right?
No, actually, Oak Park,
Ohio.
Too.
Ohio. The other one was Ohio.
Ohio's not in Macomb County.
That's why I said. I just realized. I'm like, the 4th thing was Ohio. It's a state, not the city of Ohio.
But that's huge, though, for the state of Ohio. I'm curious how that's going to affect the Michigan market in the next year, maybe year and a half, 2 years, because they got to get on board and get their shops open.
I don't know if it's gonna. I mean, it's definitely gonna affect the overall numbers for sure, because we know people who jump the borders, to go get the bud real quick. But to me, it's like, if your dispo was built around the pretense of the only way I'm gonna survive is if we keep making money from a different state, like, you were never gonna survive in the first place. That was a temporary business. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm curious how it'll play out. I mean, they got time to beef up their customer service or whatnot and keep those customers there, right? But in time, I think eventually people will start staying in Ohio. But if you do like brands in Michigan and they're not in Ohio, you will travel, right? I mean, now that it's legal in both states, you don't even have to worry about driving with it, pretty much.
Yeah, man. Spliffany said, yeah, I'm over here in Indiana patiently waiting for our time. My uncle's a part of the House of Representatives saying they need more research. What research do you need?
Oh my God, more research.
The thing is, it's like,
we need...
They need to do their own studies, and they don't trust anything that's online. It's like,
dude. Or any proof it's going around them, like Illinois, Michigan, now Ohio. Indiana's surrounded by it. We got to really see how it makes us feel, right? We got to do the research. Maybe they should all go in like a smoke sesh together and just sit down for 30 days and try weed and just talk it out.
It's an interesting theory, Dave's theory. It's just, you don't like weed, try it. It's not a horrible idea, to be honest. It's really you gotta have people there that are experts in weed, though, like that have consumed for a while, so they can help them out. Just like you do if you do like a mushroom trip, you have somebody there with you, right?
to guide you. So maybe we do that with cannabis. Maybe that's the research they need. I don't know. But that's great. That's hilarious though. That cracks me up.
I looked up this map and it shows you comprehensive medical cannabis program, CBD program or low THC programs, adult use only, medical and adult use, and then I look at this. There's only 3 states that have no public cannabis access programs. Like that's just crazy. Doesn't say their names on them, and they're like Kansas, and Nebraska, and Idaho. 3 states I have no desire to go to, but
looks like I'll never be there.
do you even have a reason to go to Kansas or Nebraska? Or I honestly forget Nebraska's a state.
I do like Kansas basketball. Nebraska never.
That's what I mean.
Kansas, I like their college basketball. That's my team, Rock Chalk Jayhawks. But other than that, I'm never going there now.
Again, big deal, big thing here. Like, I just wanted to bring up that it's like they say there's no medical benefits, but it's like every other state disagrees individually. So it's so clear that it's just the federal government on a power trip. Like, it doesn't even make sense. Like, if you really listen to your people, like the government's supposed to, maybe they would get over this. I don't know.
Oh, man. You want to know what's funny? Is one of the Republican candidates, Rami, voted no on weed in Ohio. I was like, I forgot. Oh my god, I forgot his reasoning. We had to do something with that. It's still fuck. What was it? Oh my god, I'm blanking on it. It cracks me up because he's like running, and he's like no against pot. I'm like, bro, this is ridiculous. You need to get out. And like he's younger too. I'm like, you need to get out.
We got to remember how politicians think, man. He may not even think that, dude. I don't believe anything politicians say because essentially what they're trying to do is get your votes. They just know that if they say certain words, they get this certain group of people. You have to watch people's actions. If politicians and like they're not really living it, it's like, if they show up to all the rallies and they do all the fighting, then okay, yeah, they're doing good things. But it's like, just because they're saying something, that could be just trying to get your votes. So just like look at people's actions is all I'm saying. Versus what they do, and then the people, we're the difference between what we say and do. You know what I mean? Absolutely, Lizzie says, well, half of them haven't messed with cannabis since 1976 in their uncle's basements. Things are way different now. Well, that's true. That's true.
That weed was chronic too.
I mean, it was weed, man. That's the thing. Like those people, some people don't have the appreciation for weed because it didn't help their lives, or they haven't seen it help someone directly. And that's the problem about some of these people is you lack that empathy for other people. So you just look at it from your own perspective, and that's it. And that's not fair because that's like me being like, oh, alcohol should be illegal because it's bad. I don't like it. Pills should be illegal because I don't like it. Like, dude, that's so stupid. People need pills. People like to drink. I don't care. I don't really have a problem with either. I had a problem with the drugs. Like, there's a difference. I don't have a problem with people doing the drugs. So I've just never understood this. Purpose. I just don't understand this look on life where everyone needs to be like you because you figured it out. Like, you haven't.
Nope. Nobody has, man. I mean, I think you hit it right that everyone should just have the access to it. And I think in time we eventually will, and people's opinions will change, but it's just a slow roll, man. Feels like it's picking up. Psychedelics are moving fast, though. Let me tell you that. Nice. Hitting the bowl. What you hitting?
Yeah, but smoking this bong really good. It's kind of like freebie bat or whatever you call it. Bong, yeah, bong. It's like a dab rig, but I basically just put a bong thing in it, though. I packed this earlier. What was I smoking? I think it's the San Fernando Valley.
Okay.
I enjoyed this.
Okay.
Yeah, SFE.
I haven't had that. I'm going to try that later. I haven't had some SFE in a minute. What's going on, Stacey?
It's a little funky, man. I like it, man. No funk.
It
makes me want to use this boogie because it's so funky.
It's that old OG, man. It's that OG. It's that OG that gives it that funk. Stuff's gas. Stuff is straight gas.
Yep. Yeah, so I'm gonna break some of that up, pack up again. Yeah, I don't know. I've just been packing my bowl again, walking around. You know what I actually did too? I've been putting little rosin bombs in them. Just like a little, not even a full dab. Just like filling up a bowl, put a little bit of rosin in it, put a little bit more weed on it. Nice.
Just like we used to do with Keef back in the day. Yeah, make those Keef sandwiches, layer that shit.
100%. Who hasn't done a Keef sandwich with their weed? Bullshit if you haven't. Like, it's like if not, you've done hash. Like, if not, you stuck hash. Or just stick a whole bunch of hash in a bowl, which takes you a year and a half to clean out. God, remember when you would dry hit bowls just to like have, because you couldn't find weed for like days, so you take a resin hit. Oh,
remember our buddy? Remember
if you've done a resin hit, say put like a throw up emoji in the chat, like or like type hashtag throw up. No, really. Does anyone you remember what I'm talking about? Where you'd like cherry the bowl?
Dude. Bro, you know who used to do that all the time? You know who used to do it all the time? Our buddy. All the fucking
Chris,
time.
Dude, I miss him. Man.
Oh my god.
Oh god, he would clean out resin bowl like.
Oh, I know. He'd be like, bro, all I got is resin. I'm like, dude, please, I'm stopping by.
I'll find some weed, bro. I'll find some weed, man. Like,
come on, don't do that to your lungs.
Oh my god. Oh, what's up, John? How's it going? Oh man.
I think that's worse than doing like a roach blunt.
Dave goes, yes, I have. So fucking nasty. That's the thing. Well, dude, because back in the day, you couldn't just go to the store to get weed. If your weed guy was out and you didn't know anyone else with weed, you were weedless. Like, that's why sometimes I feel like back in the day, it'd be like one little hit would get me high for hours if it needed to. Like, you know what I mean? Oh, resin.
Yeah, man. Back in the day, trying to get weed, dude, that shit's crazy. You always had to buy extra. Yeah, I always had to buy extra, so I wouldn't run out, preferably.
It was just hard to find someone with it, and then if they didn't have it, you were screwed, you know?
Yep. Stacy said, SFV is one of my favorites. Don't find it often. Old School Organics just crop some out. That's what he's smoking on currently.
What?
The SFV.
Oh, yeah.
The San Fernando.
I could have pulled the butt up, actually, on the cam, but I didn't think about it. It's actually been nice, though. I've been nice just, like, smoking bowls again, because I think sometimes, especially when you smoke with Ken and Dave, he just wants to keep puffing these joints down, and it's like, oh, my God.
It's like, come on, man, catch up, dude.
I know. Like, I don't know. Stop
it. I've been trying to cut back on my joint intake.
No, it's not that. It's just a different way to inhale it, man. Like, I missed. It's a little bit cooler of a hit. Like, you know, you could just kind of like nice side burn it. It's more for personal, man. Because I've noticed like for me when I'm like smoking joints, like a lot of times I'll end up putting them out, right, and then relighting them because I don't want to dome out a joint usually. Because it's like I don't want to roll up a little thin thing where I'm tasting paper, so I roll up a bigger joint, and then I don't want to smoke it all because I'm high. Like, so it's like. You know, and don't get me wrong, I've definitely faced some joints. It's just sometimes when I'm like trying to keep doing shit, I'll just like hit it a couple times, and then it's like for me, it just tastes better. And I first like, man, why don't I just hit a bong again? Like so, bong life.
Hey man, I'm glad you're smoking some weed more. That's sweet.
Yeah, I like
not just dabs. I mean, obviously you dab all the time. I'm talking flower. Let me rephrase flower.
Whatever.
We got a comment on IG. Stacy said the reclaim from the nectar collector with the puke emojis. Yeah. I've actually done that with my rig before. Yeah,
maybe
been
allegedly.
there.
Allegedly. Definitely.
And when I did it too, it was the that black soup,
poop
man.
Soupy.
That we had back in the day.
Round
poop
2
soup.
poop soup.
Oh man, I think I'm gonna go throw up now.
Yeah, I think you were before we started too, so I feel bad. Oh man,
that is.
You know, again, if you're just joining us, you know, shout out to our partners, MI Wildflower, Old School Organics, Animal Fire Farms, helping us make this happen. Shout out to all our community out there, you know, T-Dub, Spliffany, Dave Cobb, Lizzie, Andy. I mean, everyone who's with us, John. Everyone I can't list because there's a lot of you all the time in the chat. Just who I could see right now. But we appreciate y'all. Any likes, shares, comments, all that shit really helps us keep going. Check out our Instagrams, Groovy Music, 2E's, My Cancast, Can Dave. We appreciate y'all. And again, if you're just joining us, today's episode, we're just talking about veterans and just kind of saying thank you and talking about the things that cannabis, unfortunately, is blocked in their world and just kind of want to bring some attention to it. So
yeah, and it's Veterans Day as well, so
yeah,
that's exactly why I'm bringing some attention to it.
Yeah, go show some love to the vets. I gotta actually give my mom a call as soon as I'm off with this call. Actually, now that you and me are doing our thing, I might actually go see my mom today. Maybe that's what I'll do. Take my mom out to lunch or something.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know what she's up
that'd
to.
be nice.
Yeah, do something. I mean, it is, like I said, it's, it's not something I totally understand, but out of the respect for my mother and how serious she took it every year, I understood,
Mm-hmm. No, for sure. I think that'd be nice for you to take her out. I'm actually seeing my mom tomorrow. We're gonna go out in the afternoon before the Lions game's on.
The Lions game.
They got a big game tomorrow, man. Big game.
Well, why is it a big game?
If they win, they'll be 7-2. Oh, they'll be 7-2. They're versing the Los Angeles Chargers out in LA. It's a big game. They're like 5-4, I think, or 4-4, maybe. I don't know, but
well, that's what's up, man.
It's a big game.
Man, hey,
Lions look good this year. I'm gonna talk about them every stream until they're not doing well, and then I'll stop talking.
You have. You have. I think the 1 week they did bad, you didn't bring them up. I think that one game.
I don't think I did either. They got blown out by Baltimore. I didn't say shit.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying. I was like, the only time they lost, you were just like, what are the Lions? Like, I don't even, I never heard of them.
Who are they? It was funny because I was over at our buddy's house watching the game, and I was like, dude, I'm leaving. I'm not even watching this. It was like blowout by half. I was at JP's.
I figured JP and Berto are like the football guys.
Yeah. Too funny. Wow. Good hit, man. Yeah. I'm about to take a dab. If anyone out there is about to dab, I'm going to do a dab of some Frostbite now. By Cushmasters. This stuff's pretty good, man. I've been dabbing this and that peach rings. That peach rings I really like.
No,
by Fifth Age.
Yeah, any new strains anyone been digging out there in virtual world? Ooh, that hit me hard. And that's another thing, man. I forgot how much, like, when you're really just ripping it, it's not like a joint. You can feel what's coming into you. Like, man, sometimes when a bong, you just go, oh, God. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, too much. Kind of missed it.
I do like a bong. I like a good bong with some ice, you know? Mm-hmm. Like ice in the tube that cools the hit. It's like fucking perfect. That's a
you
bong
need to try Snow Melts, rosin. It's fire. Snow Melts is the company, I presume, or is it a strain? Sounds like it's a company though. I mean, hey, I'm always looking to try new rosin. I'm not gonna lie, it's always disappointing when you get rosin and you're just not a fan of it. It's the worst. I actually got some rosin recently, which is not bad. And I've had their stuff before. It was actually pretty good. And this one's just really dry. Like, I don't know how anyone else feels about dry rosin. Not a fan. Like, I used to be okay with it because, like, coming out of the live resin world, I mean, no matter what, rosin was more, like, flavorful. But then as I got to do more and more dabs, I that little bit of wetness to it, like battery consistently, I don't know. Goes a long way sometimes with that flavor. So I'm not gonna throw the company under the bus. Yeah. I just think so. I don't, because like they had some okay wax, before. We tried some dabs of theirs that were solid. I just didn't.
Yeah, it wasn't the best. I tried some yesterday.
It's all right.
Yeah, I would agree with you on it. It wasn't like, wow, this is fire.
Yeah, and that's the thing about strains. Like, I mean, I can even tell you who it is. It's just the whole point is that it's just like, I can't say they're good or bad enough. I've been kind of split in the middle, so. Can't really. I'm not gonna promote them or diss them. You know what I'm saying?
Fair.
Ron, what's going on, Ron? Man, can't say I found many new strains that checks all my indica marks. RS11. I'm an indica seeker. Body buzz feeler. Yeah, I mean, it's a good point. I mean, I'm a big fan of like the chiller bud too. Like I used to love smoking like what was that one? Like OGs really hit me on that body buzz, man. Like even this San Fernando Valley is like pretty body buzzy. It's still a little in the head though. I wouldn't say it's like that complete body buzz, So I know what you're talking about, man. I love it too, my dog. I love that too.
That straight couch lock body buzz.
Comatose.
Don't want to move.
I'm chilling. Yeah. Like what anxiety? Yep. You know what I mean? Miss my purple kush. I feel that. Yeah, some perps always really did settle, like really calm me down, like a lot, like not every time, but if you had some real perps.
Dude, perps. That'd be. Anyone have any perps recently? It's a good question, man. I haven't seen any like perps in forever.
Andy, hey, what's going on, Andy? After we get done with Diablo 4, I'm about to spark up Frostbite Flour and Rosin, Dutch Girl Donut, Great Minds, homies. Now, are you talking about those Dutch Girl Donuts, the carts that you got over there at Cannon Boys now? Or are you actually rolling up a donut? I just want to like be clear because like those are rosin carts though, correct? So I just like want to like understand that. I haven't actually tried those yet. That was like the one Cannon Boys product I don't really know anything about.
Which one, the Dutch Girls?
Yeah. They're like rosin carts, I think.
I thought the Dutch Girls were donuts. Like pre-rolled donuts.
Oh, maybe they are. For some reason, I thought they had Dutch Girl carts. See, this is what I'm saying. I just need clarification. Andy. Put that shit in the chat, dog.
Andy.
Come on, dog. Come on, cuz. Oh, donut sticks are the carts. We make actual donuts. Yeah, no, I understand. I don't think I've tried your Dutch Girl donuts. Interesting. Right on.
Well, sounds like we need to get a new donut here. We'll have to review it. I feel like we've been reviewing a bunch of donuts recently on the podcast. If you haven't checked it out,
because every time we see one, we're like, like there's even a couple companies we haven't tried yet. And we're like, I've been wanting to try the Michi-grown, the joint, the Michi-grown one for a while. But I can never find it on sale, or it's just like $60. Like it's always
what up,
like,
Brandon?
Can never find the right price. Because with donuts, man, they really do range. Like you can get them nowadays for like $25 all the way up to like 80.
I'm not a fan of the small donuts for some reason.
Why?
I don't know.
I am curious. You always say that, but like, I'm gonna call you out in front of people now. Why?
That's, not
make Dave full screen. Let's go.
Oh, honestly, I feel like they just don't burn. I don't know. It's just such a quick smoke. When I'm smoking a donut, I want it to be more enjoyable, right? It's more the experience for me.
So I won't say that.
And I feel
we
like
tried a couple small donuts. Both of them, like I know we had the first company that that you tried, and you're like, hit or miss. What about the one we just tried recently when I came over? I won't.
That was good because that actually burned slowly.
Okay,
so that was not bad. So maybe it's how it's rolled.
There we go. So that's what I was going to try to get to is so like one of those, sometimes when they're smaller or just in general with donuts, man, that rolling goes a long way, man. If it's not rolled right, like if the rosin's like off the center or if it's uneven, like how many times have we had them like burn, like side burn or like unburn and reburn? Like, and you're so frustrated because you're wasting wax, but it's like when it's rolled,
it's a process.
Right, like again, I'm gonna shut them out just because like I don't know much about rolling companies. This is new to me. That's not something I've always. But GT rolling, man, I really like every time I've had something by them, dude. It's hit fucking nice, dude. So I think a lot of it, the papers you're using, the filters you're using, all that stuff plays a factor. So like maybe what you don't like is maybe it's the flour, or maybe it's the paper, or maybe it's the roll. I never thought about how important the roll is for those type of things. But I've been smoking some like high end donuts, and I think that why they tell you who rolled it is because that's the flex.
Yeah, I mean, because those burn for a while, man. It's just like a nice, clean smoke.
Like
no.
What? No, you're saying no what?
No side burning. It's like a perfect burn hole the whole way.
Remember the one we had from Apex?
We got
Homer's hash holes too. Like there's when people
donut,
that one smoked good too. Like GT rolling smoked good. Like I'm starting to pay attention more to the rollers, which is interesting.
Brandon from Emerald Fire said, "You guys are so goddamn beautiful in the morning."
Chef's kiss.
Appreciate that, man.
You're beautiful. Oh, you were beautiful because you made it here and you're waking and baking. You know what? That made me so happy. I'm gonna take a dab. Anyone else want to take a dab? I feel myself right now.
I just took a dab.
So you can't do another one?
I'm about to go for 3 dabs. 3 dabs in the morning? That'd be like 4
Dave's going back to bed either way, so you might as well. I'm exhausted.
When in Rome.
Dave texted me this morning, like, not coming by. like headache. Hey man, I'm just glad you're here, man. When headaches can, you and me both suffer from migraines. So just the fact that you got a headache and you're still laughing and smoking, let's go.
I think my stress levels have been too high recently.
Yeah, I feel you on that, my dog.
So, but
see, there you
truthfully,
go.
I think that's what's causing it.
Well, I'm here for you. I mean, I'm high stress.
But we're still doing the wake and bake. I wasn't not doing the wake and bake, so we're still here. We're still chilling. And I'll be doing stuff
this always
later.
Makes my day brighter, man. I love doing these wake and bakes with you guys.
Dude, me too. I look forward every Saturday with you go. We got. You're dabbing on Cushmasters. What strain are you dabbing on, Brandon? And he's headed to Comic-Con in downtown today. I forgot that's just going on this weekend.
Oh my god! I thought UmaCon just happened. Oh, those are different. Obviously, UmaCon's more anime based. Oh, so I guess UmaCon must have just happened, and maybe they're just following it up with Comic-Con. That's actually maybe kind of smart because then if you want to come in for both, then you just fly in and you stay for both. I don't know.
That'd be fun, man. Enjoy that. Enjoy it.
Yeah.
I've actually never been to either of them. The only conferences I've really been to are cannabis and some marketing stuff.
What was it?
What?
I didn't hear what you said.
I was just saying I haven't been to Comic-Con or UmaCon. The only conferences I really go to are like cannabis ones and some digital marketing stuff.
Spliffity says, I picked up some Bolo runts, but growing pains? I don't understand. Is it by Growing Pains? Is that what you meant? Is Growing Pains like a new company? And where'd you get the Snow Melts? I haven't seen Snow Melts as a company. I always like trying new companies. It's the highlight of my
Platinum
week. I think I need to get a fucking life. Dave, first off, you have a life. Second off, I appreciate you saying that. That highlight.
Dude, it's the highlight of my week, man. To be here with all you.
Oh yeah, I mean we do work a lot, so this is like the one time during the podcast where we're working, but it's just like I love doing this part. Like I love doing this part. Just chatting.
We're smoking weed and just talking right now. Yeah,
reporting the news is a little,
wake and bake.
Repetitive sometimes, but like this is so fun. Yeah. This is the community that we built. Groovy's next cover.
It's always.
I do 3 dabs in the morning. I do 3 dabs at night.
Damn, let's go. I like it. I like it.
I take.
Whoever said that, I agree with you.
I take 3 dabs at night. Yeah, it's nice.
You should make your own remix.
Hell yeah! Again, shout out to all those veterans out there. Go shoot them a text or a thank you. Be like thanks.
Yep.
Thanks. Thank you. Because we appreciate it.
Absolutely, man. I mean, we wouldn't be able to do this right now. Like think about it. Like we're smoking weed live virtually with people joining in, like in a legal state. Just crazy.
And some illegal.
I mean, we obviously voted that in, but like without our vets and what they've done for us, we wouldn't be afraid.
Yeah, exactly. Without
shit's wild. So I mean, it is a good day, and I'm glad we are talking about it. I'm glad you brought it up and read that article earlier. He posted it in the comments. So if you want to take a look at it, you can check it out on Facebook and YouTube.
Does everyone smell their weed after they break it up too? Because I smell it like
always.
Before I break it up and after. Like I love it. Goddamn right.
I always smell the weed.
No, I mean
Here,
like
there.
before and after.
Oh, dude, of course.
Yeah, sometimes I'll like.
Because I feel like after you break it up, it just pops.
It's true.
The smell just pops on those.
True.
Yeah.
I take 2 dabs in the time of peace, and then I hit the floor. I like it.
Nice. Buying slabs and taking, and then I smoke no more. Nice. Ron, I like it.
Remix, let's go. Groovy cover written by Ron W. My man. Yeah, that'd be fun.
Sounds like a hit to me.
Yeah. Yeah, we have some parody ideas. We just don't have the time to record them. Like, it's like we literally have so many ideas. Like we just do this.
Yeah, I want to do another
interviews.
Christmas one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah, with no time.
He's like, I'm just trying to work 25 hours a day. No big deal.
I
Let's
know.
go.
But they
Hustle,
took that.
hustle.
They.
That's a Michigan thing. We hustle.
Yeah, we always all hustling. I wish I could work that much. Not really. I'd be like exhausted.
No. Mental health's good. I'm just playing with you, brother.
No, mental health's real good. That's why I think I'm.
And physical health, man. Sometimes you gotta take a sleep.
Oh yeah, no. So I've been working out too, man. Hitting the gym.
Oh shit, he's gonna be kind of buff.
Oh god.
I don't know. Buff Dave didn't have the same appeal.
Yeah, I don't think that one goes so good, Buff Dave.
Yeah, man. Buff Dave. Well, anyways, cheers, anyone smoking, dabbing on out there. I'm gonna be hitting this San Fernando better.
Nice, man. So that's what you've been smoking all morning, isn't it? I've just been dabbing. I haven't smoked any weed.
Like we were talking earlier, it was Rod, I think, brought up that like body buzz feeling. Like I really like that OG cushion here, man. It's just something like, you know, it's you know,
yeah.
You know, I love like sour diesel. Like I love that sour smell. I might like the sour smell just as much or more than the OG smell. I don't know, right? But I love the way OG has always made me feel. I've always loved smoking OGs, man.
Yeah, it's true.
Like I don't know what it is.
Going
Not
on?
every
Happy
Kush.
weed.
I don't like every Kush, but every
Cheers.
OG. What'd you say?
OG just slaps. I can't go wrong with that.
Donut time.
It is,
Spliffany says we need to have a My Canicast roll off.
Okay.
Okay.
That could be fun.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to think how I could do that. I mean, it'd be easy here. We just have to have people here. Just be like, have everyone roll at the table. But see, the
Come
thing is,
over
man,
to
like
the
I'm saying,
Canicast
dude, like
studio.
shout out my dude, MI Dope Life. I just want to shout him out because him and his dude, God, I forget his dude's name, but he rolled up. That's the one I'm trying to shout out to. God, I should have followed him. I forgot to. I just met him. He's from Ohio or something. He fucking rolled. The way some of these people roll is like the donuts is like, you ever seen where they put the weed in the perfect rectangle? I do that too. That's where I learned how to do the donuts. You put in the center. But the new thing I've been seeing is they make it wider. That's why why they're better wider is that they actually fold the weed over the rosin so you know it's in the center, and then you just roll it, you know. And I was like, oh, and that's why donuts tend to be the fatter ones, you know, rather if they're 1.25 or 2. They're just fatter. And I was like, oh. So it's like, just shout them out because I the way they took their rolling seriously and everything, I was like, damn, okay. Sometimes I'll just be enjoying the shit. I don't really, you know, I'm like, that was like,
you're enjoying the end product. You don't know what it takes to get there.
Right. Well,
Feel that.
Not well, you know, I don't grow it, like, you know, and like when, you know.
Well, no, I'm talking about the rolling process. I'm just talking about the rolling process. I didn't realize how intricate it can be to get those joints to burn so good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's a main thing for the donut. If it burns shit, it's not worth the money you're paying, right? You need it to burn slow.
Well, it can get frustrating. I don't know. No one likes to waste wax, yet alone waste rosin. Shit can get expensive, especially if you put some good rosin, you know.
Yeah. Well, we should get some of those wide papers and try that next time we're together. Make a donut like that. We should grab those wide papers. Make a donut.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, yeah. And the thing is, at the end of the day, it's just that I roll my joints, but like just at home. I'm not like professionally rolling them. Like some of these people are trying to get into professional rolling. Like that's what I was trying to say is like the GT rolling. All these people. This is like a new. I don't want to say it's a new trend because I feel like it's always kind of been around, but I feel like it's maybe its popularity might be increasing because of donuts, right? Because like people who rolled really good joints, that's always been an art to some degree. But like, until I really started hitting these ones that branded it, I never understood how much of an art it could be. You know what I mean? I guess if that makes sense. You know?
Yeah. So,
I start rolling a joint, just
regular.
does it smoke good? But it's like, it can be perfect. Like, great. So, yeah. Yeah. So Dave's like, I'm out. All right. Dave just left. Cool. So it's just us. Yeah. What are you smoking on, dabbing on, everybody? But yeah, not too bad. Not too bad.
Yo, sorry about that. I had to get up.
No, you're good. You're totally good.
Molly's making the weirdest crying noise. It sounds like, what the hell?
No, you're cool. I just was like, bye, Dave. I was like, yeah, I guess we're done.
Well, you were
like,
that
would be a
talking,
crazy.
so I was in my
No, I know. You're just hilarious to me that I was like, is it over now? Are we done now? Like,
all right, man, I'm out. Turn off the camera, just walk out. Just leave you go chill.
Mute. Like, damn, he just put us all on mute. Dave just put us all on red.
Yeah.
No, I'm playing. But thanks for joining us today. Like, I don't know how we got into this art of rolling, but
because we talked. Someone says, I think Tiffany said donut, and me and you just go on a tangent on donuts. Like, what's your favorite thing in 23? Donuts.
I mean, I guess.
I'd say rosin and donuts. Like, truthfully, I'm curious what the strain of the year is going to be this year.
I think you're right, though. Actually, if you were to say like what's like the hot thing from this year, if like I would reword you a little bit, like not like best of 23, like but what was like the most popular thing in 2020? I do think there was something to that because there wasn't any strains that really was like, right? We haven't had a big strain since Runts, really, right? So.
Yeah,
nothing's got that
like
popular
that takes over everything.
Where it becomes the name of weed for a little bit. You know, it's like when people like the strain like Zaza. Everyone's like, oh, that's Za, right? When people were like cookies, man, you got that cookie. Like when the weed becomes so good, people just refer to the weed as that. That's how good it is. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like OG or Kush. Man, you got that Kush? Like, yo, that doesn't mean good weed. That is a good weed. Like that's like but when people start using it as a slang term, that's when you know it's that shit. We haven't had one since like Runts or Cookie. Like, you know, like we haven't.
I'm curious what it'll be, what Leafly will come out with this year. Wasn't it like Do-Si-Do last year or something?
My whole point
crazy,
is that I don't think it's a strain this year. I think it's a product. I think it's solventless. I think solventless is blown up. Just the idea of taking out solvents, whether it be rosin or donuts or hash or sift or whatever it is, I feel like everyone's just been going like solventless. Like that's the new trend.
Yeah, I bet next year the trend will be talking about the top bag quality in just that first run, taking the next step.
Oh, like hash stashes now, head stashes.
Yeah,
there's always been head stash stuff, but like it comes to flower too. It's like talking cola smoke, right? People would always save the cola for themselves. Like there's always been head stash. You know, now it's just for concentrates. You know, it's like the first run of your hash, that's your head stash. The first run of your rosin, that's your head stash. The best nugs, that's your head stash, right? At least that's what I've always referred to. I don't know exactly the definition of head stash, but when I hear someone referring to their head stash, it's their head of their stash. It's the first shit they like smoke for themselves. That's that Percy, you know? Yeah, that's why I like that Percy term. It took me a little bit to understand that it just meant personals. Like, I got it. It's your Percy's. Like, I got you. I was like, oh, okay.
I do love me my Percy's. That Percy joint was fire, dude. That was good. I don't know. I think you're starting to see more of the connoisseurs now, and that's what it's catering towards, is the connoisseurs that love that type of cannabis, right? That top quality. Like, you're obviously not going to go buy a $50 ounce. You want to pay $50 for a donut, right? Because it's quality over that.
Ron said dying down, though, I think, Kirby. Yeah, I mean, to a degree. I do think there was like a hype train for a while where it's kind of like plateaued. You know, I think you're absolutely right. I don't think it's like going up. I think you're right. I think there's a point of plateauing, and you just kind of, like you said, it's like people just kind of like now they either like that or they don't. Like, I'll still smoke solvents. I'll still smoke a solvent. I'm just like, I'm a little more picky on it. That's it. Yeah. I just won't smoke like anything, dab anything. That's it. Especially because the prices have balanced out. Where nowadays you can get some solid rosin for like $30 on sale for a gram, maybe 40, 50.
And there's multiple brands now that are doing that.
Yeah, dude.
Before there was like one, maybe two, you would see it. Now you're seeing many brands where it's actually reasonably priced.
Yeah.
Can't beat it.
When supply was down.
For the consumer, you can't beat it.
When supply is down, you can put the prices up. When supply is up, prices go down.
Yep.
So, shit cray.
Yeah. Shit is cray. But it's
good.
Good.
Interesting. Ron says he thinks they hyped it up too much, charging too much, then kind of disappointing some consumers, so they never went back to it. I think that's what he was alluding to. And I think there is something to that they kind of did. You know, rosin was like that $80, $100 shit, so everyone's like, wow, it's going to be that good stuff. And when it kind of just like it gets you the same high that all the other stuff does, you're like, why do I have to spend 4 times as much? You know, like, yes, there's something to just being like, ooh, it's this or that, but it's got to be good hash or good rosin. I mean, like, if it's not produced well, doesn't matter. You got ripped up. And even just like with this rosin that I got, I was a little bummed because it's like dry and it's like I spent a little bit more to treat myself. So you think you're spending a little bit more for better rosin, and it's not always true. Sometimes it's just the processor and then how they did on that flour. So, for that rosin. Yeah. Anyways, I'm done. Episode's over. I'm just kidding. I'm done with head stash stuff. No, for sure though.
Oh,
but no, for real though. Just thanks to the vets.
Yep. Yeah. You got anything else you want to say in the vets? You want to say what you said
I just
earlier?
meant like I was gonna go off my rosin rant. Rosin rant.
Rosin
rant.
Gotcha.
That's all. No, for the vet stuff. Yeah, absolutely. No, for sure. You know, shout out, Happy Veterans Day. You know, it's a day to say thanks for putting your life on the lines for other people you don't know and for the rights we have. So you just appreciate it. You know, I'm gonna call my vets and my family, text them if you can. You know, if not, they've passed. You know, like just be grateful they had them in their lives and much love, because like without people who put their lives in the line, we wouldn't, like Dave said, we wouldn't be where we are. We wouldn't be able to do things like this or have the rights we have as Americans. So thanks. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, man. Couldn't agree more.
Yep.
We'll have a new episode dropping Wednesday. That'll be out 4/20. If you didn't check out this week, we discussed the perfect package. We talk about the upcoming elections. Obviously, Ohio went legal. All the cities in Michigan did not opt in. And we'll be live next Saturday, 8 a.m. Or not 8 a.m., Jesus, 9 a.m.
I was like, who's going live at 8 a.m.? I was like, I ain't going live at 8 a.m.
I can't even get to your house at 8 a.m. There's no way.
You barely been getting my alarm by 9 a.m.
I know. There'd be me in the car doing the wake and bake.
You could. I mean, honestly, if shit hit the fan, I could just send you a link, and you could be like, "Hey guys, I'm almost there," and then just like running in and then switch cameras. Like I could really do that. Like in a picture,
that would be kind of cool.
Be kind of cool, funny, like funny. Yes. Cool. No, I'd be stressed. I'd be like, "Oh God, let me get you a light. God damn it."
Yeah, you'd be freaking out. I'm like, "This is sweet."
I might be high anxiety. That might be why I smoke a lot. So, I appreciate you all. Yeah, man. Thank you for all that. Thank you for everything. And I don't know, just thanks to the vets. So.
Yeah. Other than that, appreciate you all tuning in, having a wake and bake with us on this Saturday. Have a great weekend out there.
Yeah, shout out to the partners again. Emerald Fire Farms, MI Loudflower, Old School Organics. Shout out to Canada over there. Shout out to My Can. Shout out Groovy Music. 2 E's No Why. And just shouting us out. Like, I don't know.
No, that's perfect. And as always.
Yeah, right.
We're here to have.
I don't have a song ready, but.
Oh, shit. I thought you were wrapping it up, man.
No. I mean, sure. There we go. Work in progress. All right. As always.
We're here to advocate,
educate,
and inspire. Till next time, y'all. Peace.
The average person they'll give you their name. They'll say I'm Bob Proctor, but I'm not. I'm Bob Proctor. Two words. My parents, you're called names, but it's not me. It's my name. And some people say, well, this is me, but this isn't me either. It's my body. And some people say, well, this is me, but this isn't me either. It's my body. But you never phone down to the studio and say body won't be until it's set. Okay. No, we don't say hand or leg. It's my hand, my leg. My body, my name, who am I? Well, that's an interesting question. And I believe that the first most great will study that and look for the answer. They'll find it. So they'll find it. So they'll find it. See, I think we live simultaneously.